Welcome to the Serve Then Sell podcast. This is the brand new home of the Alouette A-Team training space, but I wanted to bring you an episode that everyone can benefit from, regardless of whether you are on this team or not. In the last series in starting a podcast, we talked a lot about if you're not quite there, you're not quite ready to start your feed, how guesting is a really great strategy to get on other people's show and then practice your pitch and practice discussing what you're passionate about, and then also to get out of your warm market. And you guys, the audio you're about to hear is exactly that. This is me in someone else's social media marketing group. So it's a social media coach. Tanya Viance is out of South Africa and actually trains attraction-based marketing for entrepreneurs all over the world involved in network marketing, real estate, you name it. She has a variety of industries. And I went into her group to talk about where TikTok fits in the business world and how to use it as part of your sales funnel. This is not only about TikTok, although I do discuss that specifically, as well as Instagram Reels, but don't miss the parts where we talk about your foundation, knowing who you are, and the value of consistency. Without further ado, here I am, and thank you so much, Tanya, for sharing this audio with me.
Let me introduce Susie. Susie, very welcome to this interview. Super excited to have you. Let me just edify you a bit. So Susie is a mom. She's an entrepreneur, hashtag a biz mom, a power woman. She's an athlete. She's a social media presence, meaning she's on she's got a podcast. She's on Instagram. She's on Twitter. She's on Facebook. And she is a massive TikTok influencer with a following of 48.4K people. That's amazing. So Susie, welcome again. And in your own words, who is Susie Goodwin?
Thank you so much, Tanya, for having me. I appreciate it. You know, I'm nobody special. I need to make sure that people know that I am an entrepreneur, but I've built these social media funnels completely from scratch. I'm not like, I'm nobody, but I have built everything from scratch. I am first and foremost, I'm a Christian woman. I'm a mom of 4 kids. I've got triplet kindergartners, so they're age 5. And then I've got a grade 1, so he's 7 years old. So I'm a mom first, and then to scratch my professional itch, I started dabbling in network marketing, direct selling, and that turned into affiliate marketing, a lot of that stuff done on TikTok, and then finally the podcast, so playing in the media space as well.
That's amazing. So 4 kids under the age of 8. That's quite busy. So how do you balance your daily life with family and business?
You know, they're very defined lines. Okay. So there are only 24 hours in the day. I've got to sleep. My ideal client is a fitness-minded mom. So I've got to walk the talk as well. I've got to take that time for my own fitness and personal wellness. Can I tell you, Tanya, I have a lot of help. Okay. I have a lot of help. I think anyone, especially in the mom space, if they say there are no super moms, we've all got help if it seems like we're doing everything. Right now, as I'm speaking with you, my mother-in-law who lives with us, we're a multi-generation household. She's watching the kids. She helps me homeschool. And I've got a lot of great, peers in the business space that help me as well. There's a lot of trades and win-win and that kind of thing going on.
Oh, that's amazing. It's always important to have a good supporting structure, especially if you're an entrepreneur. So let me just get this. You're a blogger, you're a podcaster, you're on Facebook, you're an Instagrammer, you're on Twitter, you're on LinkedIn. So why TikTok, if I may ask?
It's all, I want people reading my blog and listening to my podcast. Okay. That's where I convert people. So I sell clean beauty skincare and activewear. If I want somebody ultimately to buy from me, right, I've got to increase the know, like, trust factor. I want to get them to my podcast or to my blog. So the reason why I have a presence on Twitter, LinkedIn, TikTok of all places is because I want to get them. I don't need to be a big TikTok star. I do need to be on TikTok to meet people where they are and bring them back to listen to my podcast or be on my blog. So I consider TikTok a funnel, a sales funnel.
Yes. That's brilliant. And having a sales funnel is such an important concept. And I mean, and you making use of it properly out of all of the social media platforms straight into your sales funnel. I did test it out, and it's quite awesome. And so here's the big question for new entrepreneurs going on TikTok. Why should they, or how should they use TikTok as a business platform?
So TikTok is really great for personality and value or purposeful type information. Okay, so it's not a place to sell. I want to be very clear about that, especially for the folks. I know you've got a number of entrepreneurs, business-minded people in your audience. I know some of them, like me, are in network marketing, and network marketers, I need to speak with you right now. You cannot sell on TikTok. Like, it's in your terms of use. You cannot sell there. However, let's say somebody's in real estate. I don't think you should sell there either. TikTok is a funnel, and it's where you can showcase your personality, and it's also where you can give that value information. May I give you an example?
Please, please.
All right. So my handle on TikTok is Run Lift Mom. My personal brand is Run Lift Mom. So obviously, as the name would suggest, I am trying to connect with fitness-minded moms. So TikTok is a really great place to show my personality, i.e. homeschool is killing me. This is bananas. This is really hard, right? We can laugh at ourselves and be a little bit self-deprecating. It's also a really great place for purposeful information. In a former life, before I had 4 kids, I was a health and wellness professional and a run coach. So I have a lot of great knowledge about, for example, running form and mechanics. And so I like to provide on TikTok, hey, here's what you should do with your upper body when you're running. Here's a really great coaching cue. Here's a workout you can try at home. These are things that people can benefit from no matter whether they are customers or not. If you, Tanya, never buy eye cream or leggings from me, I still want to serve you, right? Yeah. And those types of videos can do it. I mean, real estate folks, you guys, we're in the process right now of selling our house and building another one. And let me tell you, if you're in the real estate space, someone like any kind of hacks for moving or updating curb appeal or anything like that, like I know this is stuff that you guys know like the back of your hand. You probably save it for clients. But what I'm asking you to do is take a platform like TikTok and share your secrets. So you increase that know, like, trust factor.
That's I've seen you actually do that on TikTok, and what is quite nice is, for example, the information that you put out on TikTok is not, even though your avatar is moms, even someone like me, you know, can actually follow whatever you are posting, and it's good value that you are sharing on this platform. So I have to give you that.
Thank you. I mean, I know how great you are, Tanya. You're a wonderful social coach. So I know that you tell people, speak to your ideal customer, speak to your ideal client, but you're also proving the point to be true that even when you are very focused on speaking with your ideal client, you're still going to serve other people, right? And you'll still get people into your funnel, even if they don't fit that profile. And so proof of concept right here, right?
Exactly. Exactly. So big question. What are the do's to build either a following or when posting content? Because that is a bit of a very thin line and a very confusing line for a lot of people too.
Right. So I would say in terms of building follows, I have to let you know, I started from 0 over on Instagram. And I would actually say, even though my numbers, like the vanity numbers, the follow count, it's lower on Instagram, but it's probably my strongest funnel in terms of conversions. Okay. So Instagram means more to me for example, than TikTok, because I convert more there. You can't pay your mortgage, or you can't pay for social media coaching. You can't pay for things with likes or followers. So I care about what converts. That's why all of this stuff is a funnel to me. But I would say I would say focus on serving first. That example that we just gave, like, if you never buy from me, here's how I can serve you. If you can have that in the back of your mind, I don't care if you're a network marketer, you're a small business owner with a service, you're in a completely different industry, that will serve you. I am not a fan of the following loops or getting too deep into hashtags. Do I think you should use hashtags? Absolutely. That's where you can connect with people, for sure. But I think you should use things like hashtags intelligently. And what I mean by that is, Tanya, for example, if you use one of the same hashtags I do, like MLM positivity, right? Because we know this is a great industry. I am going to comment on your social media content instead of just hitting like, or instead of following you without any, kind of engagement. I would say focus on connection to grow. Focus on connection to grow. If you can connect once, you can do it again on a larger scale. Absolutely. And then the don'ts. Don't be spammy. Don't be weird. Don't try to be something you are not. I'll tell you, and I think people with more business, I'm almost 40 years old, so people with more business experience than me, or even less, we can all agree that it's really hard to be somebody else. It's really hard to be somebody else. So especially when you're in these social spaces that call on, I'm using air quotes, like influencers, okay? Like this attraction marketing style, right? It is that influencer style. I would beg you to be yourself, because it's easier. It's really hard to be somebody else. And if if you've got a strong voice, you know who you are, you know who you're speaking to, the channels that you should be on, it's going to become very apparent. So for me, I knew that at the beginning of the pandemic, a lot of stay-at-home moms were turning to TikTok for entertainment. And I was already there serving them with personality and value-first information. I knew those moms, that's where they hang out. By contrast, Clubhouse is a really popular app right now for iPhone users in the States. It's also for people with an abundance of time. Guess who doesn't have an abundance of time? My target market. They're moms, they're homeschooling, you know what I mean? So like, while a podcast is a good idea because that's on demand audio, Clubhouse is not a great place for me to be because my ideal client isn't there. So I know who I am. It's much easier to kind of stay in my lane. That was a really long answer, but does that make sense?
It's 100%. It makes 110% sense, because I mean, firstly, you want to be unique because your uniqueness is what sells you and what sells, that drive people into your sales funnel. And I mean, secondly, you've got your platform that works for you for what you need. I mean, that's ideal. That's probably, I think, most entrepreneurs' reason for joining certain social media platforms. You said it brilliantly.
I'll tell you, Tanya, my brand is Run Lift Mom. I made the mistake. So this has been an evolution. Like 3 years ago when I started, I was on both the podcast and my socials. I was doing anything related to running, lifting, and motherhood and business. And while it was nice and while I could speak to those things, I'll tell you, I have grown more since I have niched down. Okay, so now I'm speaking only to mother runners. It's not that I can't speak to the parenthood topics like child development. It's not that I can't speak to, I'm speaking with you to this business stuff right now.
Yes.
But if you go over to TikTok or you go over to Instagram at Run Lift Mom Pod, I'm not talking about business, because my ideal client, she is a mother runner, and that is how my account has grown. I've stayed in my lane, and I've noticed after having a plateau for a little bit, when I niched down, I grew.
Yeah. But that's perfect. I mean, like you say, you've got your track and it works and it's working for it. And like I said, anybody that's interested, even in running, can actually benefit by just following Fit Mom. I mean, it's perfect. It's a perfect thing. And with attraction marketing, like the way you actually played it out on TikTok, because I went through about all of your TikToks, and I could not, if I did not follow the link, I would not have known in what business you are.
Mm-hmm.
And that's brilliant, and that's what I like about attraction marketing. It does drive people to where you want them to go, and you've
Yeah,
done it
it's that
perfectly.
the pull instead of the push. Like, I mean, I know that you were researching entrepreneurs using TikTok, but Tanya, like, I want somebody in my inbox. I want somebody coming directly to my email. And here's another proof of concept. Like, you were able to follow the links and find me. And so that's
Yes.
something that I know you just asked me for do's and don'ts, but I guess a do or like a suggestion for any entrepreneurs watching is if you're going to be on more than one social media channel, make sure that you have a space that said person can end. So, for example, on a TikTok or Instagram, you've got one link. And I know that you speak with people about making the most of that with a link extender, like a link tree or a milkshake or, you know, whatever it's going to be. But make sure you've got that there, or suddenly they're on your social media account and who cares? You can't convert followers, or you can't pay the mortgage. You can't pay your mortgage with followers, y'all. You got to be able to convert them. So make sure your funnels are working. I'm a Southern girl here in the States, so that I say y'all a lot.
You can say y'all. Like I said, we had last week, we had a boat, so it's good.
Hey, can't talk.
Tell me, what was your most favorite and most followed TikTok that you've done?
So I mentioned I sell leggings, okay? You guys, I made this stupid video about I'm 5'3", and any women out there that are on the shorter side of things, they're going to be shaking their heads like, oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. Every pair of leggings I try on, I don't care how they're labeled, leggings, 7/8, capri, whatever, they're always too long, okay? Like they always come to like mid-foot on me. I'm a short girl. So I did a value first, purposeful video about how to fold your leggings from the bottom. And that way, like for example, I'm 5'3", but I could wear a legging with a 28-inch inseam. It's this hack that you do. It's just a specific way to fold it. Well, what happened was Cosmopolitan picked this up and then BuzzFeed picked it up, and it got pretty viral. And here's the beautiful thing, right? You can benefit from that video whether you buy leggings from me or not. But I sell leggings. And so then when Cosmo was putting it out and BuzzFeed had picked it up, guys, it was, you can't convert followers, you can't convert likes, but you can convert when your funnels are set up correctly. And you know, media authorities like that kind of reposting. So I would say that's probably my best success story on TikTok for sure.
But what I hear when you tell that story is you were original. You just did who you were. You just did Susie, short, long leggings. Let's fold it, and that's it. And yeah. I think that's quite like the moral of posting on TikTok is keep it simple, keep it unique. Is there any other advice that you want to give media entrepreneurs about TikTok or other social media platforms that you're on?
Yeah, I'll make it TikTok specific because I know that's what this group is working on right now. On TikTok, I know some people will open this app up and they will be straight up terrified, right? Because people are using these video effects and it looks kind of scary when you see this fancy video with like all these like filters and cool like crazy things. Guys, TikTok is an imitation platform. You put your own spin on the trends. Now that legging example I just gave you, that obviously wasn't a trend, but there are other trending type things that I put my mom or my runner spin on. Okay, so I'll give you an example. One of them was it was a voodoo doll was the trend, right? Like somebody, tell me, it would be, oh, I don't know, an overworked entrepreneur that's like, somebody give my voodoo doll more coffee, right? I did one with me running on the treadmill, and I'm like, give my voodoo doll a rest break. Right. So I take that same thing. You had teenagers being like, oh, send my voodoo doll to class for me. But I made it my thing. And so I just want people to think about, and Reels on Instagram is becoming this way as well. It's imitation. It's putting your own creative spin on what's trending, like that music or that sound bite that's trending. Here's why this is good news. It takes the pressure off of you, because now you don't have to think about something completely original. You're not a movie producer. It's really easy to be you. Just put your creative spin on whatever's trending. Boom, done. And then also the second thing I would say is consistency. Consistency. More than nothing. I would rather see somebody post every week in a month on a platform than post for 5 days and then snooze it for the rest of the month, because your audience will get used to how often you post, right? So show up consistently. And remember, you get to define what consistency is. Maybe it's every other day. Maybe it's daily, right? Just to get into this habit and to exercise this consistency muscle. But I believe more than anything else on social media, no matter what it is, consistency is your long game, and it is always going to be the winner. What do they say? Hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. There are right? There are a lot of really talented creators out there, but they don't show up consistently. Hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard.
Yeah, and consistency is key. For some other reason, I keep on thinking about the acronym KISS. KISS. So
simple, silly.
Yes.
I'm a mom, so I have to say silly instead of stupid. But I mean, seriously, keep it simple. In the Instagram world, everybody is terrified of Reels right now because they're seeing all of this fancy stuff. Just keep it simple. Just hit publish on something, because guess what? Now you're showing up, and that's consistency. And the best way to get good at something is to do it often. This hasn't changed. It's the same in social media as it is with any other life skill.
And that's it. And it works for all platforms. Likewise, consistency and simplicity. And there you go. It works every time. So yeah. I'm so happy that you said that, I'm even more thrilled that you know KISS.
Friend, I'm a triplet mom, and so similarly in motherhood, right, when there are 3 infants screaming at you, you have to keep everything simple. But it's it's really, really great advice, and I love that that's a cornerstone of your coaching.
Yeah, I love that. One of my mentors taught it to me, but they taught it like keep it stupid simple.
So, I love it.
So I loved it. Lastly, we're giving a link to a freebie in the comments. So if you found value in the interview we did now, drop a hashtag value with your golden nugget that you picked up. Again, in the description above, we've got links. We've got links for Susie's freebie she's giving away. Susie, can you explain to us the freebie?
Yeah, so I know that a lot of people here, right? You're like, I'm trying to get my feet wet in social media. I'm trying to learn this new skill. I'm going to do attraction marketing, pull instead of push marketing. For a lot of small businesses and entrepreneurs, guys, a podcast is eventually going to be part of that. And if you aren't going to have one, guesting on podcasts that your ideal customer would listen to, it is a slam dunk. And this is a very early and emerging media channel. So I want you to learn about podcasting, regardless of whether you want to be a podcast host or not. And so I've got a 5-day email course for you, along with a podcast playbook. And so this is going to help you either start to brainstorm how you might start your own podcast, or learn the language that podcasters use so that you can then partner with shows your ideal customer might be on. And then the link to that, I mean, you'll put it here, but it's runliftmompod.com/pod course, PODCOURSE. Again, it's going to be a 5-day course with a free download. This is what I use for my coaching clients for people that want to start podcasts for their small brands or network marketing businesses. It's free right now, though. And it's going to be free until March 1st. It's not going to be after March 1st. If you go there, you're going to have to pay $30. So my suggestion is that go for it now.
Well, thank you so much for making that available, especially to this platform. Also, guys, if you would love to follow Susie on TikTok, she's known as Run Lift Mom, one word, Run Lift Mom. And if you would like to listen to Susie on or some of our podcasts, you can find it. Just search for any podcast, any player for Run Lift Mom. So I'm just going to say that again, Run Lift Mom, and also runliftmom.com if you want to go search for pod. My apologies, runliftmompod.com, and you will find Susie. Susie, I'm going to thank you so much for this interview. It was absolutely awesome meeting you and talking to you. And thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy schedule to jump on this call with me. It's appreciated.
I love collaborations like this. Thank you for asking, Tanya. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I just need to give a background story just for the people, how I came onto Susie. I was just Googling TikTok influencers and I found this random lady. And as I started going into you more and more and more, I mean, my mind was blown. I mean, Susie has written an amazing article on about TikTok and the blogs, and then you get the podcasts, and then you get this. I was just amazed, and I took the chance, and I thought, let me just hit this random person with a message. I took the chance, and I mean, this happened. And thank you so much again. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Tanya, for having me in your group and taking me international. Seriously, I've been joking that this interview is what took my social coaching international. Guys, I am just a woman on an awesome team. This is the Alouette A-Team training space. We know that we want to serve first. Can you still listen to this show if you are not on our team? Yes, you absolutely can. We're going to be doing rep profiling. We're going to be doing creative ways to sell in the direct selling world. There will also be some more brand specific things. Yeah, you're probably going to want to skip over those, but we invite everyone who is already listening to stay with us. And if you are new to the team and new to this feed, I am so excited about what we're bringing you in 2021. Of course, you can go to alouette.com. You can also search for the consultant that sent you to this feed at alouette.com. This is a wonderful brand. We're so excited to get collaborative here on this feed. I hope you'll come back to serve, then sell.